Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on Malinovka, or Mali as we like to call it. It's Timbob from Juicy Clan. We've been clan mates for a while, in different clans. He's a good player. It's in the E50, which is the tier 9 German medium tank. The E50 and the E50M used to be, I should say. I was going to say but now tier 11 since it come out. Used to be the best ramming tanks in the game, but they were also quite decent armour. Alright, he's got a Bourrasque there. Puts a nice shot in, doesn't get spotted, and the Bourrasque is taken out, which is a good result. The forward position for that Bourrasque, he was taking, it's too much of a risk, I would say. Alright, so you'll see even 90 off on the enemy side up in front, and that could be dangerous. They're good spotters, and if he gets into that bush, which he is, he'll get spotted. So punishes him. He does get spotted, of course, but you can see the bounce there from the meal, which is a premium version of the Bourrasque. Alright, they're starting to spot some tanks. They've got a Backchat 12T down to their left, and he gets spotted again, so that'd be the even 90, I would think. It's a tier 8, tier 9 battle, and both of the light tanks are tier 8s, but Backchat 12T, not too bad. It's not quite as good as the DLC, of course, but decent camo. And as long as he's got the discipline not to shoot, he'll stay there. Oh, okay, enemies lost their light tank. Oh, it's RVK actually, I do know either as well, so pity that he didn't last long. But in any case, this is about Timbob. I think we might have all been in clans together at the same time if I'm not mistaken, but could be wrong. Alright, now the Bourrasque, another Bourrasque on the enemy side, just escaped there, went dark just as they were going to fire, and he's taken some blind shots here just because he's in the bush. I think he wasn't spotted, but the fact that there was no splash means that the enemy will know there was something in that position. Alright, there's the meal. Unfortunately that shot misses. He does have a mission running. Let's have a quick look at that. So he's running MT13, and it is active. MT13 for the Object 260. So he's got to do 6k of damage and be in the top 3 to get honours as well.
Is it me or RNG? They took one for the team.
Alright, manages to put a shot into the T103 and just pump some more in for good measure. In case that the T103 is not moving. Now this is a Watt 2.0 video, but luckily there's no new tanks here. There's the T103, has been reduced a bit in hit points, and so he might have got some blind damage out of that. But so far not showing a great deal on his counter. But PTA is pulled back. Is he going to come up again? No, don't know, but the enemy side, the Bourrasque, oh okay. Well, that was a shootable position, but looks like Timbob has foregone the use of a vertical stabilizer here. He's gone for improved aiming and a rammer and vents, so get some benefit in terms of gun stability from the vents side, but not as much as a vert stab would. So you can see his reticle not quite focusing all that fast when he's moving the turret. It's quite a bit of bloom. Now, I'm not sure if that's a E50 problem or he's got a chance to get rid of the PTA here, which he does. So gets his first kill. And he's starting to accumulate damage, and accumulate's the right word here. Okay, it's been targeted by the meal, and he's been set on fire. Now, he's had to activate his fire extinguisher there. But he's lost a chunk of his health. No problem still. He's got just over 900 hit points, so it's plenty to keep going with. He decides retreating is a better option here. Now the meal has got right over the other side of the map there. And he's decided that's probably a good idea to get rid of him. There's no one down that side of the map from his team. If you can get rid of the meal, that's another... Oh, just run out line there. So, it's a blind shot. That splash, so no result there. But dealing with a meal at this point, not just because it's near the cap, but it's also fairly isolated, so he's got a good chance to not be bothered about getting spotted, because he'll be out of render range for a lot of tanks, including the charioteer that's up the back there, and possibly the object 416 if he's not moved forward. So he's just taking the opportunity here to wait and see whether the meal is going to pop out. And okay, he's been spotted again. That would be by either the Bourrasques or the meal on his team. Ooh, just getting the back end. Just back up a little bit. Back up. That's what Timbob would be saying under his breath. Or yelling at the computer. You never quite know. And he could go and take a bit of a wider line, but chance that he would be spotted if he did. But nonetheless, that blind shot goes in. So clearly the meal did back up. So Prez answered, and he gets rid of him. Now we've all got the enemy pushing up here. There are two tanks in front, but that could change fairly quickly. They have about double the hit points though, so that's probably thinking they're in favour there. And Timbob now getting quite a few targets, gets rid of the charioteer, starting to even this out, and he get rid of the CS53 here in a few shots. The E50 gun, pretty good. It's a good line for accurate shooting, and he is running improved accuracy here, so he's going to get the best out of that. TS54 just showing a sliver of turret there, but that shot doesn't quite connect, unfortunately. But they're in a very defensive position, and this is sort of what happens with Malinovka as he gets rid of the Bourrasque and brings up his fourth kill, is that you do... one team or the other tends to lose ground and get cornered into a forest, and here comes the 416, who looks to be relatively full health. Timbob backs down. It's going to be the only real challenge here. He's probably not going to be shot at from the hillside because they'd come out and get exposed. That T-54E1 might end up getting some attention from Timbob. Unfortunately, I was just slowing down there because the meal got taken out by the TS-51. And in return, he gets rid of the dangerous DZT-159. And although he's been spotted, no one's paying attention to him, and he's actually side on at the moment, which is a bit dangerous. And he'll get shots into that TS-54. Took that shot on his tracks, which is good. TS-54 gets taken out by the SU-130PM, who is his only friend right now in the battle. Take on this object 416 here. Now for a start, it's one tier lower. It's spotted there, but the 416 is actually quite reduced in health, so don't quite know how that's happened, but good chance that Timbob will get the killing shot here. Might have to sacrifice some hit points. The 416 doesn't have huge alpha, but it's definitely a dangerous tank, and he's going to go for the spot where the Bourrasque died. And that shot doesn't go in, and I guess the 416, now that he's only on less than 200 health, he's probably being a little bit more circumspect. But again, Timbob can make a decision here and take a shot at the 416. And get spotted. Oh, he might get a shot, and he does. Yeah, right through the window. Now it does expose him, but there's the T-54E1, who is one-shottable himself. Was lit up. He was destroying the SU-130PM at that point, so now it's 1v1. Timbob's got 6 kills, and the T-54E1's got 4. Now, T-54E1 is a heavy tank, and Timbob has got his premium rounds loaded. He's not going to make any mistakes here. Probably get a kill with HE, but of course doesn't have any HE running on the tank at this point, so premium rounds will have to do. Alright, it's not going to make his mission target, but he's nowhere near 6k, but that's alright. He wants to get the win here, and it's very much digging this win out of the game. T54E1 may have retreated. Can't really hide heavy tanks in trees all that well, but he is hidden nonetheless. And yes, he's gone back further up the hill. Maybe he's gone behind the rock, or he's attempted to. And here he goes. So Timbob can see him. Side shot, no problem. Gets a kill. He must have thought he was coming from a different direction. Alright, great result there. Timbob's carried the game. Let's go and have a look at the results. Alright, got some good results here. He's got the top gun for getting those 6 kills. In fact, he got 7. Second class mastery badge. Must be a bit of a high level. We're going to have a look at the experience levels here and see what happens, but definitely a carry from the perspective of his team. Let's have a look at the team score. So he's finished on top with 1,084 base experience. Good result in anyone's terms. Damage-wise, just a little bit less than the SU 130PM. And that means some blind shots did go in that we didn't see as well to bring up that total. On the enemy side, the meal getting the top experience. The T54E1 being the last tank to die on that team. Got just a little bit more than Timbob, but that's alright. Now let's have a look at the cost of running. So premium count, but no reserves running, and in fact it balanced out very nicely, just a minor loss of 7k. So great game there from Timbob. Thanks very much for supplying the content. Hopefully the way played that may give you some clues when you're playing on that map and you're in a bad situation to see what you can do. In any case, we'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.